Okay, guys, I just uploaded a video about SpaceX, Elon Musk meeting with NASA and scientists and government officials, and they're talking about having to turn an asteroid. I actually found an article in Forbes that was posted 4 days ago. I know it's a little late than that, but I know they're having a meeting heading right now about this. But there's some keywords in here that don't really quite set real well. You decide what you want on this. NASA reviews plans to defend Earth from deadly strike, asks SpaceX to help it smash into an asteroid. What would we do if we knew an asteroid was on a collision course with Earth? That's the question that will be asked next week at NASA, as NASA or the European Space Agencies and others prepare for the possibility of a near-Earth object impact in the future. Right off the bat, no immediate threat. Though there's no immediate threat, the International Academy of Aeronautics 2019 Planetary Defense Conference next week at the hotel at the University of Maryland will include, which is right now, will include an asteroid impact exercise featuring a realistic but fictional scenario where an asteroid is on an impact trajectory with Earth. The scenario has been developed by the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory Center for NEO Studies. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine will deliver the conference's keynote address with Bill Nye, Chief Executive Officer of the Planetary Society. Will participate in a panel discussion about defending Earth from asteroids that will stream live on Wednesday, May 1st, 2019. I don't know why they got Bill Nye there. Dolph Lundgren's got way more qualification than he does. Go look that one up. That'll surprise you. What is a near-Earth object? An NEO is defined as anything, asteroid or comet, that orbit the Sun and come within 30 million miles of Earth's orbit. The exercise is part of the National Near-Earth Object Preparedness Strategy and Action Plan that the White House published in June 2018. Astronomers estimate there are about 1,000 near-Earth asteroids larger than a kilometer across. If one of those struck Earth, no amount of preparation would help. But there are many small asteroids that science could potentially do something about before they strike. What is the scenario? Astronomers discover a NEO called 2019 PDC that's potentially hazardous to Earth. And the emphasis I'm putting on these keywords is because they put the emphasis on them too in the article. Track it for a few months and decide it has a 1 in 100 chance of impact with Earth in 2027. 1 in 100? That's huge. Like 1 in 100 chance is like that sucker's going to come close enough that we might actually be able to look up and see it in the daytime. That's close. That's cutting it too close. Like I told you in the last video, and I've done another video on this, that one asteroid came within 0.4 lunar distance. That's in our atmosphere. That's super close. It's scary close. Among NEO watchers, 1 in 100 is the magic number and means it's time to take the threat super serious. After all, the future of humanity could be at stake. Simulated emergency. The simulated emergency exercise will include NASA Planetary Defense Coordination Office, the European Space Agency Space Situational Awareness, NEO segment of the International Asteroid Warning Network. These exercises have really helped us in the planetary defense community to understand what our colleagues on the disaster management side need to know, said Lindley Johnson, NASA's Planetary Defense Officer. It's actually the 6th NEO impact exercise that NASA has taken part in, and what it's learned so far is that few agencies on the ground are interested in the technical details of the asteroid. What emergency managers want to know is when, where, and how an asteroid would impact and the type of extent of damage that could occur, said Leviticus Lewis of the Response Operations Division for Federal Emergency Management Agency. How would we cope with an earthbound NEO? When it comes to potential NEO strikes, there's a lot of international collaboration on asteroid mitigation. It's called the Asteroid Impact and Deflection Assessment. And it will be more fun than it sounds. Fun? What? Smash into an asteroid, or rather one of its moons, then study it to see if the course altered. how to deflect an asteroid. Set for launch June 2021. Remember, I told you they said there's one coming either 2022 or 2024. They were relatively sure it was going to hit us. Set for launch June 2021, the NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, DART, mission. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. I've heard that mentioned a few times. Will be the first spacecraft impact asteroid redirect mission. It was announced earlier this month that NASA had awarded $69 million to SpaceX to fire one of its Falcon 9 rockets in the direction of asteroid 65803 Didymus, or Didymane, and its tiny satellite, Didymoon, a binary asteroid. It will pass close to Earth in October 2022. Remember? I told you that. Though it poses no threat. They emphasize that. Though it poses no threat. And it's hoped that by then the DART spacecraft will be ready to slam into Didymoon and slightly change its course using a technique called kinetic deflection. The 500-kilogram DART will crash into the asteroid moon at about 6 kilometers a second and hopefully change its orbital velocity by 0.4 millimeters a second, which will in turn slightly alter the trajectory of Didymus because they're connected to each other more or less. Is asteroid redirect plausible? Will DART work? The European Space Agency's Hera follow-up mission, effectively an asteroid rendezvous spacecraft, will tell us if an impactor works. It will survey both the Didymus asteroid and its moon using an asteroid framing camera, also using lasers, a star tracker, a thermal infrared camera, and accelerometers to see if DART's asteroid redirect worked or not. It will get within 200 meters of the moon and study the impact crater left by DART. However, this is not going to be a quick result since the ESA's Hera mission won't launch until October 23 and won't reach Didymus until 2026. After that, hopefully, we'll know how asteroids react to being smashed into and whether they alter course. Then we might be ready to cope if we get advance warning of the big one. To me, we already got the advance warning of the big one. But when I did that other video, I think it was a couple months ago, I saw on there where they had said that this one in 2022 is going to swing by us. They thought there was a fairly decent chance it could actually hit us. There were some variables that they weren't able to calculate properly. So who knows? But I like how when they did this, they emphasized certain key phrases and words in there. But again, we know this stuff's supposed to happen. We already know it's supposed to happen. We already know by Bible prophecy this is going to happen. It's in the book of Revelations. So don't be fearful. Keep your eyes on the skies. And make sure your hearts are right. Make sure you're prepared. Now's the time to talk to the Lord. Let Him know how you feel. Get your house in order. Straighten things up. And just be ready. Always prepare and be ready in your hearts for the Lord to come. Because all He's looking for is us to be ready. None of our stuff. Nothing like that. Just looking for us. So I bless you all in Jesus' name. I'll see you in the next video.